Hello, and welcome to Season 2 of the Cade Friends podcast. I'm joined by a massive group. Oh, they're all leaving, and it's only Alex.
Hello, everyone again. Welcome back to Season 2 of Cade and Friends podcast, where I am the main friend.
Mm-hmm, that's right. I think this new season, we should just try it, just only you.
Cade and friend.
Yeah, and maybe even transition me out of this season.
So it becomes friend and friends.
Yeah, friend and friends. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably start. I think I'm gonna retire. I think I'm gonna retire. I think so. Oh, we're starting a new season. This is our new season. You know, it's been technically speaking, we had our season finale, and it was the two of us, but it was a recap. It wasn't us. You know, really just being us. You know, we were playing characters at that one.
Yeah, we were going back and just, you know, it took a lot longer than I think either of us thought it would. Yeah. But it was a good recap, you know. Mm-hmm. And if you
it's our clip show.
Yeah, if you don't want to watch our, you know, if you didn't watch all of season 1 and you want to just kind of get a general gist of what we're like, go watch season 2 or the. Oh my God! Watch season 2, obviously, or watch the recap show because we go through some of our popular clips from TikTok to just talking about our different possible titles, and it was a really good time.
Yeah, I think so. I enjoyed that, but that's all in the past now. Let's forget it. Let's burn it. Oh. Season 1 doesn't matter. We're now in the future now, Alex.
We're only video in season 2.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have no audio in it. It's just going to be, I think that's
like a silent film.
Silent film. Yeah, I think so. We have a lot of cool things planned. Same stuff you know and love. I think that there's a lot of cool things in store. We have a lot of interesting guests. Some of the ones that you love. Some ones you haven't even met before. I mean, unless you met them in real life, but if you haven't, if you just know us virtually, then you haven't met them most likely, I guess. Yeah.
It's looking like it's going to be a really good season, and so thank you all for joining us either now again or for the first time. And we look forward to seeing you guys even more. We have some new stuff, but you know, we took a lot of the old segments especially ones that were well received, and we're going to keep going those through. Continue to send us emails and comment because we do read. At this moment, we read every single comment.
We do every comment,
and
we're going to stick to it until we don't. Okay.
We make that promise. We will stick to it until we don't.
Yeah. And that could be at any point. Really, any point.
But do leave comments. Send us an email at cadefriends@gmail.com. Mm-hmm. If you have ideas, if you have fan art, if you, I don't know, have a ransom that you're holding.
Yeah. So, Alex, you've been getting last night we went to the casino, right?
Yes.
And you played some blackjack.
Yes.
Video blackjack.
Yeah.
And I wanted you to try the real blackjack. I wanted you to play it. I wanted you to play it in real person.
You do or you?
I wanted you to.
Yes, you did. You did.
I wanted you to try it in real life. You know, you can't just get it on a video screen.
But I did.
You did. Yeah, you did, and you did. Yeah, that's true. I immediately realized you did do that. But it was going well, I think, for a bit there.
I put in $20.
20
buckaroos.
Yeah. 20 buckaroos.
I made it all the way to $30.
You did. And you were like, do we get out? I mean, like you went down and up and then you made it all the way to $30.
And I was there to double or nothing. And I took it to nothing.
Yeah. You took it all the way down. You thought about, you gave it some serious thought as to whether or not to go.
Once I started like actually losing, I got down to 5, got it back up to 10, and I was like, you know what? I'm either going to go to 20 or go to 0. I'm either going to come back out of it because I mean, I just enjoy it. Like it's $20. I played it for like 10 or 15 minutes, and it was, maybe not the best. It's like best investment, but I did have fun. You guys were all around me, and it was fun. Like I did enjoy myself, and so
That's a fun experience, really, in general. We were there with Joseph, who you may know from our podcast.
Also there with Lexi.
Yes, with Lexi. Which, again, if you want to know some... I didn't say this before. I don't know why I said again. I'll plug it here. If you want to meet Lexi and hear a really great story about Crocs and shoe shining Crocs, subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/Cade Thomas. If you don't know, this is, a new season. Maybe we can have tons of people who join from a cookie cutter documentary. We have a Patreon where we post mic checks. And essentially, it's just a pre-show. It's an additional segment of the show that we get to talk with the guest for a little bit. It's really, truthfully, some good stuff. Like, I'm not saying that as like, some of them aren't great. This one was great.
Yes.
And there are a lot of them that are great. And I know what's coming up in future and even a lot of our past. I mean, so essentially, you'll have, if you subscribe to our Patreon, a whole season worth of content from, if you enjoyed our show, of some people that you enjoyed. And there's some really, really, really good things that are there.
Now is a really good time to subscribe. You could just subscribe for 1 month, give us some money,
and then leave.
Just binge everything, much like people do with free streaming services. Do that. I know some people who will pay for just a month of streaming services, binge watch what they want, and then do that with us. We don't mind.
We don't mind it. Yeah.
Yeah. We need a hashtag fill the hole.
Yeah, we need to fill this hole. And really, this could go on for seasons. I mean, if we will keep plugging, filling the hole until it's filled. And that's our big pie in the sky dream, is filling this hole over there, which you really can't see because your mic's kind of covering it. But there is just want you to know it's really a problem.
You can kind of see this one behind me.
Yeah, there's a few holes. We can plug a few. That's the one that's the most glaring. But technically speaking, there's
here's switch to my shot real quick. Okay. Can you see better in my shot?
Oh, that's true. Oh yeah, yes, much better. Much better.
Right now, we kind of use this pillow and to cover some of it, but that is that way. And you watching, listening to us right now, you can help us plug the hole.
Yeah.
Hashtag fill the hole.
Hashtag fill the hole. Yes, I think so. I think they can help. I hope they can help.
But they don't have to.
They don't have to. But you can enjoy this podcast with anything. You can enjoy us doing our TikTok stuff. That's also... We'll take it as it is, but I'm just saying, if you want to, it supports us. It helps us fill the hole, and it's there, and it's additional content that you can just unlock.
But we always want to make sure that the majority of our content is free to everyone.
Yes.
Free to play, free use.
And also, perhaps it's much more fun us desperately asking people to join our Patreon than it is to actually join the Patreon.
Maybe that's why people aren't joining.
Because it's the bit. They're like, no, we want them to. So much part of the podcast is them begging us.
Maybe that's why we don't have some viewers. They listen to us beg so much that they quit. Yeah. But hey, if you like us begging for Patreon subscribers, let us know.
Yeah. If you like us begging, then don't subscribe to our Patreon. I think I think that pays for it. Yeah. If you really just love the hole and you don't want it to be filled, then don't subscribe. That's what I say. You can. Maybe that's how they like enjoying the content that way. But if you want us to stop talking about it and stop plugging it, then you might want to subscribe. I'm just saying.
But yeah, so it's season 2. Great time.
Well, it's been a while since we've had Alex catch up time.
Yes.
Where Alex is what's going on with Alex Clair. Because, people, long-time listeners of this podcast know that that's pretty much what our early days was. What's Alex up to? Boy,
do I have an update. Boy, do I have an update.
Okay, so let's go for it, Alex. What's Alex up to?
So, last you knew, I was up in Ohio still, working with a company called Cedar Point. The company's Cedar Fair, but I was working at Cedar Point. Cedar Point, it's a conglomerate. There's a bunch of different Cedar Fair parks from like Texas to Canada. And so I was working with them, and I am now back to school. I am going back to school for essentially a management degree. And so I just just finished my first semester and I'm doing my second one. And so I am very excited. I have an associate's degree right now, so this would be a bachelor's. Although I am notorious at not finishing a bachelor's degree.
Your brand.
It's my brand. So we're going to see if I break out of that brand. Maybe I'm not going to hold myself to it. I applied for some scholarships, so I was able to cut the cost down a lot. It's still obviously quite a bit of money, so hopefully I finish it like a good investment. But I've also learned that college isn't for everyone, and if you know what, give me another close up. If you don't think college is right for you, don't do college. It took me 4 years to realize I didn't really want to do college, so I got a 2-year degree after 4.5 years, and then took a 2.5 year break, and now I'm back in college trying it again. And you don't have to be ready for college when you're 18. You can wait until you're 20, 24, 25, 30, 40, 80. There's stories of people finishing school at 80. So I don't subscribe to the thought that you immediately have to go to college. Some people need that break time. Explore. I've moved a lot just doing a bunch of different jobs from Utah to Ohio. So, apply to some jobs like that. There's a lot of places that will offer housing. And, you can move to Alaska, and there's places that offer you dorms and stuff. And it's not always the best of living, but you can make some decent money, and you're exploring, and do it while you're young, because it's a lot of fun, and your back doesn't hurt.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Your back doesn't hurt.
My back has started to hurt a lot now recently.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think do you feel that you're getting older?
I do. I do. I am 25 at this moment, and I tell you what, that I feel it.
Feel it?
24 was, it was an okay year. But 25, just the aches. I ache right now, actually.
I would say I'd be fine with it stopping right here. I feel just as good as I've ever felt, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I do.
That's good. That's good. I don't.
I don't I do think my hair is slightly thinning. I do think that.
I think mine is as well, but I'm growing it out again, so I'm going to avoid that quarter life crisis.
I think that's a real fear of mine, and because I don't want to be bald. I don't want that.
But some people live very happy lives being bald.
Yeah, they do, and some people look good bald. I don't think I would.
Andrew Nichols.
Andrew looks good bald.
He's amazing.
Yeah, I don't. I have weird moles on top of my head.
Oh.
Yeah.
You would have to color them in or something.
Yeah.
Paint over them.
You have to paint over them. That's right. I would have to. That's what I had to do. Yeah. So I don't know.
I don't know what's on my head. I know I have a mole somewhere. Much like a lot of my family does apparently. So I don't know what my head looks like. A lot of people have moles on their head though. I feel like. Yeah. You just don't see it.
You don't see it.
But no, I also don't want to be bald. I think I would look okay because I would keep the beard. But I think what's going to happen to me is I'm going to keep this hair and then this would go bald.
Yeah.
But I'd be okay with that if that is my eventual.
Yeah.
Destiny.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I would hope. That's one thing. I would never get any plastic surgery or anything like that. But whatever Elon got, because Elon used to be bald.
Really?
Yeah. So let's pull up an image of Elon. This is a fun thing. Oh, so there.
Wow. He doesn't look good.
Yeah, that's what he used to look like before. So yeah, it was somehow he's reversed aging, or because it's what it is. It's wealth, obviously. So he had a hair transplant or something. People have said.
Wow.
Yeah. Good for him. In this very specific instance.
Yeah, I was about to say the specific incident. Good for him.
Yeah, and he still has a receding. I mean, it's his hair is far back, but it's thicker in the sort of thing. So I mean, yeah.
But if you are bald, there's no shame in that.
Yeah.
Andrew, we had Andrew on here, and he's happy being bald. So there's nothing wrong with being bald. We stand bald people.
Yeah. But not sad bald people. Only if you're happy with it.
Yeah. So if you're bald, be happy.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. If you're not happy with being bald, then I don't know, stop being bald or start being happy. One of the two, whichever's easiest.
To wrap up what I was saying, I'm back to school.
Yes,
I don't subscribe. If you need time off, take it off.
Are you enjoying being back? So you're back on campus. You're doing
sort of an on campus.
Yeah.
So. You're familiar with a school called Rogers State University.
I am familiar.
Where we went.
Okay. That's how I'm familiar. That's right.
So RSU and a lot of other big campuses have little like auxiliary campuses.
Yes.
So there was a Claremore campus and then the Pryor in Bartlesville. I go to
you could probably name a more appropriate university that everyone
Oklahoma
else knows.
University has their little like Tulsa branches and stuff. I go to Bowling Green State University at this very moment. And I go to a little auxiliary campus that they have. So I'm not on the main campus. I don't know if I'll ever need to go to the main campus.
Well, you can visit, and you have a student ID, right?
Yes, I could. And I now get the perks of being a student.
You can go to the library there.
The library.
How far is it to the actual university?
An hour away from Sandusky.
Oh,
about an hour.
Well, go for it. That just sounds like a fun trip.
Yeah, just go.
You can swipe that car could probably get you into a few buildings and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I could just explore the campus and be like,
that's what. Truthfully, I love college campuses. I just want to walk around the buildings and everything.
Just investigate.
And the problem is, I guess people can be old. There's older students, but I feel like those days are getting few and far between. Like I can't, now is fine. But like if I wait, I'm like in 5 years, would it be weird? People think I'm a professor or like a staff member walking around these universities. I want to walk around universities.
Yeah, right now you're fine, but 5 years it might be like, who's that guy walking around? They'd probably assume you were a staff member.
Yeah, I think so.
But no, I'm going to Bowling Green, and the plan is to continue to keep working some in the roller coaster industry, theme park industry, unless we get a lot of Patreons.
And then we'll destroy all the roller coasters.
We will buy all the theme parks.
Yeah. I think that, if we get enough. We will only do that if we have enough money to buy all of the theme parks.
Yep. So Disney, Universal, we're going to merge.
Yeah.
Big merger.
Only if we have enough Patreon members to buy Universal and the Walt Disney Company and
Cedar Fair.
And
SeaWorld.
Yeah. All of them.
Wow.
Yeah, that's our next goal, which I don't know, billions.
Fill the whole Disney Universal theme park.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess we just buy the theme park divisions of it, or would we buy the full Disney corporation?
I think you start small, so I think you buy like a small, like maybe just like one of the parks. You buy just like Epcot or something.
Oh, you buy something from them.
Yeah. You just say, I would like to buy Epcot. You run everything.
Would you like to buy just a small regional theme park?
I think that'd be cool.
And just sort of, what would you do with something like that?
I mean, I think regional theme parks are the bread and butter of America.
Oh, they're the bread and butter of America?
Bread and butter
in this situation, what is America? It's something with bread and butter, but what?
Happiness, living.
But America, so if theme parks are the bread and butter, what is America?
Oh, the
grocery store?
Grocery store.
Or is it a grilled cheese sandwich? How much?
It's the grocery store.
Oh, so it's really not a huge part of America. It's just the bread and butter.
Oh, no, you make a good point.
Yeah.
No, it's the grilled cheese sandwich.
Okay,
so what's the cheese?
What's the cheese in this situation?
The cheese would be the people.
Oh. So theme parks are the bread and butter of America, and the cheese, and the grilled cheese that is America, and the people are the cheese.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the grill that's heating up the theme parks
Everything
and the people?
Else. Everything else. Just the earth.
The magma.
But yeah, I genuinely think theme parks and stuff are really fun, because if you do it right, there's roller coasters for the thrill seekers, and there's theming and fun little shows and stuff for the people who don't go for that. And,
it provides amusement in a park type setting.
Say what?
It provides amusement in a park type setting. That's what my opinion of amusement park is.
You can go there to watch shows and eat delicious food, or you can go there to ride a roller coaster and go upside down. I mean,
I think we've talked about this at length. For some reason, I don't know why. Whenever you're on, we have a lot of talk about theme parks. But
if only I were in that industry, it would make more sense.
But I love a dark coaster. I love the boring coasters and the boring rides and the ones that are like some sort of theme or people.
The family rides.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say like not family. That to me would suggest that it has some sort of family theme or something. But I just want.
So you'd be happy with like a murder scene, but like as long as you get to sit there and just enjoy floating through.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be wholesome in any way. Well, I think of like, in Branson, there's regional. I don't know. We have, I guess, people around the road. Branson, so I think we've talked about Branson, haven't we?
Silver City.
Silver City. There's a fire in the hole, and it's a horrific thing about like these people burning cities and everything. And it's, I guess, a historical thing or whatever, and it's these old animatronics, and it's amazing.
It's a little coaster, but it's a fun one.
It's a dark coaster, coaster. It's kind of a water. It's a dark coaster away in water, right?
Yeah, because it does have a bit of splash.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. So, it's a good time. And as of this moment, I do work in a very public facing. I've not been recognized yet. I am sad about that. I cannot lie. Might be a little conceited.
Mm-hmm. I think people saw the Australian spiders TikTok and was like, hey. It's that guy that's asking if the spiders can eat. Are you the guy who asked if the spiders can eat a dog? Yeah.
That's me. So no one, if you see me out in the wild, please say hi and tell me that you saw me from Cade Friends.
Or a random TikTok that's gotten from Cade Friends.
Because I'm sure that won't ever become old. I'm sure that celebrities love that.
Well, yeah, wouldn't that be... Would you like if one of our TikToks blew up and you just had like 2 lines or something in it that was funny? People are like, hey, are you the a cheeseburger was my father guy? And you're like...
Yes. If that's all I was known for, that would... For something so small like that, like, there's the, like anyone from Vine and stuff, like people... Typically, they only have like 1 or 2 popular vines, and so if I was only known as that person, people who are known for like big movies, or like really big stuff like that, and like Star Wars. Anyone who's in Star Wars, a lot of the times they're known for the Star Wars.
Yes,
I'd be okay with something like that. Like, so if
Michael Dorn played. Worf, obviously. He one time someone like said, this is when he was in The Next Generation, when it was airing and everything, and they're like, are you worried about, like how the other original series actors, they would often complain that they don't get too much roles anymore because they're being typecast. And he very famously, and it's talked about, he very famously said, I would, if what you're saying the original series actors was typecast, then I would love to be typecast or whatever. I'd love to not. Essentially, like they had these dream roles in which everyone knows them, everyone knows their faces and everything, and they've had part of an iconic thing. And then on top of that, he was saying, and they get together every like 5 years and make a movie still where they play these characters and they get paid movie money and everything. And people sort of called him out and said, maybe that's not a good way of viewing it, because certainly they're not known for anything else. A lot of them, a lot of the original series actors, but still, I guess they get paid well and people recognize them and everything. But that dries up and that goes away. But I don't know. Maybe not. People would still recognize some of them. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Mark Hamill.
Flip into somewhat.
Mark Hamill is obviously Luke Skywalker, and I would say most people know him as Luke Skywalker, and he leans very heavily into that. But he also does a lot of other voice acting. He's been the Joker. He's been in a lot of different other shows. But a lot of stuff you don't realize.
Recognition probably only came around in the last decade, wouldn't you say?
Maybe past 2 decades.
Yeah. I mean, people people knew, like, he was kind of, I remember the thing is like, well, oh my goodness, the Joker was Luke Skywalker or whatever. People knew his voice of the Joker for the animated series, but I would say that most people, I don't know, maybe it's because of the age I was or whatever, but his recognition as a voice actor, I don't know, about 10 years ago, I would say it started as me personally. I mean, whenever I started hearing some of that, and now he's probably one of the most iconic voice actors, and you hear him and see him pop up. He of course popped up in things, but it just wasn't as public. I mean, because his voice is different than when he was Luke Skywalker. He does different things.
If my fate were to be, become like, we'll just use Star Wars and Star Trek, was to run on like, a three movie trilogy or a 7-season, TV show. And that is what I will always be known for. And then, I just get like these, I do a lot of conventions and then I get these pop-ups because, when you are those people, I'm sure that there's people out there like the smaller rate people who would be like, that's a big name, I want them. And it's I would be okay with that. Harry Potter.
Daniel Radcliffe.
He does a lot of smaller indie films. It
affords him to sort of have that and be what they
he
do.
Does that because he wants to. I think
he wants to, and so what it affords him is it kind of makes him be like he's a name that could get people things, and that I think some people chase they want to be that level of fame or whatever that they had. But instead, I think Daniel Radcliffe did do the right thing where he gets to kind of be like, and now I'm going to do the things I want to do, and they're kind of weird and they're indie, and I'm going to do these acting things, and I'll essentially lend my name, my cachet to these projects that are kind of weird and off the wall.
And it lets him show off that he can do this other stuff. And, I'd be okay with it because I know a lot of like Star Trek actors, they'll go and like they're known for the Star Trek, but then they'll pop up with like pieces here and there. And, Mark Hamill was, it may have taken him a while, but he did eventually pull it around and now, he does a lot of voice acting. And so
he's great. I mean, he's a phenomenal voice actor. Yeah, he's phenomenal.
And so I would be okay with it. If we were known for this podcast primarily, and then we just had bits and pieces here and there, I think I'd be okay with it.
Well, that's good. That's good to hear, Alex.
I mean, you get to do conventions all the time. Conventions are fun.
Yeah. Conventions are fun.
So, anyways, what I'm saying is, if Star Trek wants to employ me, or Star Wars, count me in. I'm in.
Okay. Alex, you gonna do a segment?
Let's do a segment. Let's do a segment to get us going in, and this is probably going to be a shorter podcast compared to our other ones, but this is more just an Alex recap, quick segment, kind of fun time together.
Cool. Okay.
I don't know what we're about to do.
Okay. I'm going to do a segment, and it's going to be titled Lil Nicky. Alex Clair. You excited, Alex?
Wow. For the past couple days, we've been like, Lil Nicky's pretty much retired now. Talked about maybe doing a couple new ones. I don't know if you can see by my facial reaction, I am quite shocked.
Yes. Lil Nicky, I think this will be the final nail in the coffin of the Lil Nickys. This will be it.
I don't think so. I think there's a couple other Nickys we can give out.
I must preface this with a few things. This was sadly on the day that our audio wasn't too great, and a lot of lost footage was done. This will be a shorter segment, so hopefully we'll pause it and we'll have good audio. I tried to clean it up as best as I can. So sadly to say that it's not perfect audio by any means. If you're interested at the end of this to hear 2 podcasts done in this audio, then let me know. But the answer is probably no, because it's not great. Okay, but we'll take breaks here and there to break it up so we don't hear so horrible audio all throughout it. Who do you want on this?
I assume it's going to be Joseph and Hannah or Andrew and Joseph. But I'm thinking it's probably Hannah and Joseph.
Okay. And probably Cade, right?
And Cade. That's go without saying.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Hey, Alex, here's your Lil Nicky segment. Do you know what Lil Nicky means?
It's a nickname. For those of you who are new, Lil Nicky stands for your little nickname or something like that.
Okay. Let me know if you ever want to pause things. Sorry. Yes,
hello, Alex. This is your Lil Nicky.
That audio is quite atrocious.
It's pretty bad. Okay. So you settled into the...
I'm settled in.
Joined by 3 people that you may know.
Hi.
3?
Hannah, Joseph, and Drew.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you. We're doing Lil Nicky for Alex.
Oh,
That's a nice
Nicky.
gift. Lil Nicky. You know, you guys have never been on this side of the segment. You've been on the other side. You're people who have been given names that you remember by myself and Mr. Alex Clair.
Yeah, we've been Lil Nick.
Yes, Lil Nick.
If you will.
You have been, quote unquote, Lil Nicked.
As Smo would say, we've been Lil Nicked.
That's good. That's good.
It's a callback.
So
It's a callback that none of us will get, I assume.
what are you thinking so far?
I
Would have been great if the audio was great. I know.
I'm shocked that it's all 3. I like the setup. The 2 mics and then Joseph with the handheld.
Yeah.
Everyone looks cozy.
We had a fun time. That none of us will ever see.
Alex will appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because he's a long-time viewer.
He's a long-time callback guy.
Yeah. Oh, yes. He's also
Big fan of callbacks.
Big fan of
I
callback.
love
girl.
callbacks.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Well, he's a hollaback girl, I'll tell you that.
Okay, we're going to jump in here. We're going to put... Oh, you guys have heard how it goes, right? Okay,
I think so.
Quickly in unison, what is your Lil Nicky?
Colin.
Surfing USA.
Mr. Clicky.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to, so people don't have to hear this awful audio for just a little bit. What's happening here, and what are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying it. I am stoked. This is very fun. I like that Andrew just bounced up the sound a bit, and
We're hearing good audio in the clip. It's all because we're hooked up to the board, and the board's not hooked up to the.
But we are not hearing good audio in our ears right now.
No, and our audience isn't hearing good audio in their ears either. But oh well.
Do you think this might impact the viewership of
But that's not important because it's all about you. Fun fact: in this episode, we even lost a square behind Hannah's head.
Oh my god!
It's back been put up, but yeah, that happened.
6 minutes has started. The clock has started.
Okay.
This is where you guys free associate. We come up with things. So, what's some fun things you know about Alex Clair?
The callback king.
He's the callback king.
He's got a car.
He's got a car. Okay.
He loves cats.
Okay. Let's put a pin in both. So let's go back to write down cat.
Catback king.
So the cat.
Cat calling.
Cat.
Cat calling?
That's what it says. Yeah. Okay. So it's like callback. What did they say? He loves callbacks. He loves
Cats.
cats.
I have a car. That's my favorite so far.
So what is he? So what would you say? He has a car.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
a car. Yeah.
You know anything from that? Let's go car. What's the fun word with Alex and car?
Well, I took the mirror out of his car. I broke that.
What's the fun? Was that not you?
What?
Did you?
I think it was.
Wait, broke what?
He broke the mirror off your
Hannah
car.
broke the mirror. That's right.
He Joseph said that he did, and I said that Hannah's one did, and Hannah acted like she didn't know that she broke the mirror off your car.
Yeah, it was Hannah, right?
It was Hannah. It was definitely Hannah.
Wait, she didn't break it. She was adjusting it, and the mirror came out of the glue.
Yeah. So what happened was to clue our audience in, because we are doing a podcast here and not just talking with friends, Cade and Friends. The Cade and Friends and audience explaining friend things, stories and histories during our ribbon recording. don't know how to talk to people. We made a film together. I don't know how much I have to explain all this. We made a film with all these people that's in the room and that's on top of the screen currently. Made a movie together called Ribbon, and Joseph and Hannah played brother and sister. Anyways, point is there was a scene in which Hannah was driving and she adjusted the mirror and accidentally she broke the mirror, the rear view mirror off of Alex's car, because Alex's car was the car that was in the film. And Hannah, I guess, forgot that she broke your car. And
the quick fix was just it's glue. Like, I don't know if that's just like all cars, but it's just like a really strong glue. So we just glued it back on there, and it hasn't fallen off since. Oh, wow. That's been 3 years now.
Yeah, got extra strong. You said, I remember you told me you got rear view mirror glue. Which doesn't seem like that should be a thing, but okay.
Yeah, it was basically rear view mirror glue. So I called my dad and I was like, Dad, this broke. And he was like, oh, we'll just stick it back on there. And I was like, what? Yeah, you just glue it back. It's not like your Elmer's glue.
Well, I guess it's got to be plastic to glass or
some type of
or whatever. Yeah,
it's amazing though.
Okay, cool. Enjoying this so far?
I'm loving it.
Okay.
Wait a second here. You guys keep vamping. This is now a...
So, the bucket guy.
Right, make notes, Hannah, of all the things that you come up with.
Bad boyfriend, bucket guy. Well, I feel bad if we did something with bad boyfriend, because then people might think that's like real.
That is true. Let's not use the term bad boyfriend.
Well, thank you, guys. That's considerate.
That's considerate, yeah. If I was in the room, I would have steered it right into that.
So did you leave to go check what the name was for or what she said?
Yeah.
Okay. He likes cats.
Yeah.
Yep.
What else about cats on shirts?
I swear that man has a whole wardrobe of cat shirts for every day of the year.
It was a month.
Catman Brothers?
I've never... Ooh.
Interesting.
Catman John.
Catman Joni.
Catman Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
He's the Catman.
No, he's a Catman. Meow, 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 meow.
That's good. Catman. Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah. The Meow Man.
Ooh.
Meow Man. I like that.
That's a Meower Man.
He needs to start doing that right now.
Joseph deserves a shout out for that. I feel like that was
what? For what?
What he just said. I don't even think that was good.
Okay.
It's funny.
He is a super Catman.
What is something about him besides cats?
He works at theme parks.
He does work at theme parks.
That's pretty.
There you go.
Thanks, Joseph. Good job.
Something like what?
I don't. Let's see. The thing is, Alex. As much as I love Alex, he's the.
Ooh, what's he gonna say?
Oh boy.
Let's go to the end of that sentence.
That Joseph and Hannah were over there hyping me up. And what you said? Well, you see.
What's Andrew gonna say? As much as I love Alex,
I'm about to get roasted.
What?
I assume it's gonna be something with the theme parks, or he's just gonna double down on the cats.
Okay,
that's my thought.
Pickiest eater.
Pickiest
He
eater.
really is the pickiest eater.
Pickiest eater.
That's
Okay,
true.
picky eater. I'm running out of room.
He doesn't like chocolate.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't like chocolate. You don't like chocolate?
I like chocolate. I don't like chocolate with nuts or like dark chocolate, but I like chocolate.
You need to correct your record with Andrew.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Vanilla Vandal.
Is that too historically insensitive?
I think I need to reflect on that one. Yeah.
You may have offended viewers out there.
I think so.
That's a good vanilla.
He's very rare. I don't think we know anyone else who is like Alex.
That is true. He has a very unique voice. It carries.
Yeah.
It carries.
He does. He does kind of have like a loud voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't know what they're talking
He's
about.
pretty tall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's about what, 6'2"?
Probably about.
He's about Cade's height.
Yeah.
About the
Okay, same height as Cade.
Same height as Cade.
That's nice.
That's something. We can work Cade into his name. Let's call him Cade.
Cade friend.
Yeah.
Alex Cade.
I kind of like it. Cade.
Cade.
Cade's a good nickname.
Yeah, it's like pretty short and simple, and I don't think we know anybody else who has a nickname like that.
No, this Cade's like a really unique name.
Mm-hmm.
I think that could work really well.
And we could maybe work this in with how he has a car, like motorcade.
Motorcade.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I think so. We have motorcade. What are some strong contenders? Do you think we have?
Meowdercade?
Motorcade.
Yeah. Hello, welcome.
Your special guest, Chrim.
Here you go. You can sit there, Chrim.
All right, Chrim.
Chrim.
So how's it going?
Chrim
So
made
we
it
have
in.
one I think we like a lot.
You have 21 seconds left.
Okay. So
I do want to say, I do like that there was a brief mention of Cade Friend. His friend is always a good fallback.
Yes, we used to be friend Hannah or whatever.
Oh my god.
And your camera's
Still some
there
time.
over there if you want to.
I think that's
You can lean in a little bit more.
simple.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Should we all say it in unison?
Yeah.
Okay, ready?
Well, there's 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Meowdercade.
Shouldn't have given them the reins there.
That worked out really. Joseph really did good with the motorcade there, and then they all really just.
So what have you guys decided? What's your options here?
Tall. I think that's a pretty good one.
What?
Tall.
Stall.
Tall.
Okay.
Tall.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Meowdercade.
Okay. Yeah, I heard that one.
A motorcade. So Meowdercade is the derivative of
Yeah.
motorcade.
Oh, okay.
So you can kind of pick or choose which one of those ones.
Okay.
Catman.
Catman Crothers. What was it? What was the other one you said?
Catman John.
Okay.
If I had to pick one,
Mhm.
Catman Crothers.
Catman Crothers.
Catman Crothers is kind of the top contender.
That is a pretty good one.
It's nice.
It's nice. It's simple. It's a node to a legend, if you will.
Alex, yeah.
A good nickname is always like 3 to 4 times longer than
Well, we tried here. I guess we're going to say
more than try.
I gave you guys the reins, and you guys did pretty good with that.
So next time we're going to be paint a nickname.
Yeah.
I've already got a couple of good ones in mind.
Wow. I'm blown away.
You want to?
I'm blown away.
Thank you.
Okay. So on 3, we're all going to say Catman Crothers. Okay. Okay. So Alex, we have decided which your Lil Nicky will be. You can either accept or decline your Lil Nicky. And here we go. Your new Lil Nicky is 3, 2, 1. Catman Crothers.
Do you accept your Lil Nicky?
Yeah.
So just to be clear, Catman Crothers.
Yes.
What is Crothers a reference to?
Scatman Crothers was an actor. He was in The Shining.
Ah.
Just fun fact about that. Very specific reference.
Only Andrew would come up with that one.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, Vanilla Vandal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with Joseph on that one. That's a solid one. I would have accepted that one.
Mm-hmm.
Meowdercade would have accepted that one in a heartbeat. I'm kind of upset that you.
In retrospect, we should have just went with Meowdercade.
So it's very sad that you.
Yeah.
But yes, I will accept Catman Crothers. CC for short.
Do you like how the tables have been flipped?
I did.
Uh-huh.
That was. I always wondered what it would be like on this side, and we actually had video. I think it goes a lot better with video.
I think so too. Probably good audio if we mixed those two things. If we mix the audio from the previous ones and the video from this one, yeah, might be a good idea.
Well, thank you, Cade. That was amazing.
It would have been a nicer present if the audio was great. But yeah, I thought I wanted to do that at some point.
It's almost funnier that it.
Yeah.
Oh, but I feel bad for the audio listeners.
Who knows? I might try to cut some of that out just so it's abbreviated. But yeah, so they get the point. Well, Alex, play Lil Nicky. That was Little Nicky. Lil Nicky. And now it's retired. It's dead. It's dead.
I
dead.
think we'll have it. It'll get brought back to life. It'll get revived.
Yeah, maybe. You know, like any good thing, it comes back from the dead. If it didn't come back from the dead, it wasn't good to begin with.
I heard that's what
I think that's what
Jesus came back.
Jesus came back. You know, Crocs.
If you wanted the Crocs is a reference to our Patreon.
Yep. Well, you have anything else to say, Alex?
No, just I look forward to this upcoming season, everyone.
Oh, we got so many great things lined up. I got a lot of, ones of Alex. That's really cool. And we have other ones. I mean, it should be fun. And if you, like I said, a whole other way to experience this is through our podcast. You can do that at, did I say that? All the way to experience it through TikToks.
Instagram.
Yes.
YouTube Reels.
Yeah, thank you. All the way to experience this is through podcast. Through our TikToks, which is TikTok. It's at the Cade Thomas, and that's also on Instagram. Yes, and so that's
we post either our funniest bits from the podcast. So I'm sure this one will have a couple of bits on it. But we also put in some like really heartfelt, serious advice ones on there as well.
Definitely.
Which you never know what's going to make it on there, and it's a fun time. And if
for fun.
Yeah, if you watch the entire podcast, go watch those and just remember the highlights, if you will. Mm-hmm. But yeah, thank you all for joining us. Mm-hmm. And we look forward to seeing more of you.
Definitely. Whole new season. Starting now. Every
other Wednesday.
Oh, sorry. Starting every other next Wednesday. Or 2 weeks.
Starting today. Every other Wednesday with today.
Yes.
And check out the sister podcast.
Yes. Double Feature Movie Club is running now. We're in our 3rd season there since we typically do 2 seasons every year. And so, yes, go check out our sister podcast where we talk... We talk 2 movies, we review them, and Diane, friend of the show, has been on here a lot of times. She'll be here throughout this 2nd season, and of course, you can get us weekly over there, Double Feature Movie Club. You can listen to us as a podcast, or if you're watching this on YouTube, it's on the live section of this podcast, and that's live Sundays at 6 p.m. Central if you want to tune into that on youtube.com/Cade Thomas.
And keep an eye out for anything else we may do. We always have ideas brewing about. The cookie cutter video released on the 1st of this year was a almost a year-long project.
Yep.
So, keep an eye out because we try to make sure we are refreshing things and getting some new things. So we are very excited to see what else we might come up with. And we are very excited for what we've done.
Exactly. Well, here's to season 2, Alex.
Season
Cheers.
2.
Woo.
Oh, wait.
Here's to season 2. Whoa. Yeah. We did it.
I almost hit sad trombone again.
If theme parks are the bread and butter, what is America?
It's the grilled cheese sandwich.
Okay,
the bread and butter would be.
What's the cheese in this situation?
The cheese would be the people.
Oh.